Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
More on the Canucks in the Wild, more on the Canucks and Avs in a bit here. All of our guests today, including Mathieu Betts, standing by, are brought to you by the Waddling Dog Pub. February 22nd, just around the corner, the dog will be hosting a fundraising night in support of the Canucks Autism Network. It will include raffles for Canucks tickets, signed Canucks jerseys, a 50-50 draw, a silent auction, and a meet and greet with Kirk McLean. The event will begin at 6 and will include a watch party with Kirk for the Canucks versus Seattle at 7. All net proceeds will be donated to the Canucks Autism Network. Another reason to come, sit and stay at the Waddling Dog. You and I go to a lot of Lions games, so does Ryan, and one of the things that all of us have really enjoyed over the last couple of seasons is watching number 90 in black and orange.
Absolutely.
Man, does he stand out. We are talking about Mathieu Betts. He signed a deal with the NFL's Detroit Lions after 2 terrific seasons with the BC Lions, highlighted by Mathieu being named 2023 Most Outstanding Defensive Player in the Canadian Football League. 18 sacks last year, a 2-time Vanier Cup champion with Laval. I think we're running out of time for this interview. All the accolades, all the awards, all the accomplishments for Mathieu Betts, and he joins us now. Mathieu, thanks so much for doing this, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great, guys. How are you doing?
Very, very well. What made you decide on the Detroit Lions, Mathieu? I believe you had other offers.
Yeah, well, it was a long process after the end of last year with BC. Got back home and had the opportunity to do a couple of NFL workouts. Quickly, there was interest on a couple of teams there, and yeah, I took my time to try to decide what was best for me for my future with football. Went through the whole process with the CFL free agency also, and those NFL teams were really respective with my time and understanding my opportunity both in the CFL and the NFL. And about 2 weeks ago, I decided that the best place for me to pursue my football career was with Detroit, was to try to make it to an NFL roster where I haven't successfully made it back in 2019, which was a while ago, so 5 years ago. And I feel confident with my game, with where I'm at in my career today, that that's a good place for me, a good fit for me, and I wanted to pursue that football opportunity as far as I could.
Yeah, and as much success as the Detroit Lions had this past season, they have lost some people along the defensive line. So what you're talking about totally makes sense. Back in 2019 with the Bears, Mathieu, you touched on it there. What did you learn from that experience down in the NFL, and how much better are you now?
Yeah, honestly, to me, it feels like a lifetime ago. Obviously, I was out of college, out of Laval, and I think I was ready for pro football at that time. But yeah, I had a great training camp there. I had fun, and I have no regrets of going to the NFL prior to coming to the CFL. But I just think I wasn't ready back in the day, and where my game wasn't refined enough. I think my body feels better now. I'm stronger, I'm faster, and I just feel like I'm a better football player. Obviously, have the experience of an NFL training camp from Chicago, but also my 4 seasons in the CFL. I think I played against higher quality players, and I really feel like with the steps that I've taken in the past couple of years, the coaching that I had with Bowman, the quality of players with whom I've played with also got me to get some more experience and to be a better football player. And that's the way I feel right now, is that to be able to take the next step in my game, it was to go through that NFL path. And so yeah, I'm all in on that. I'm focused. I'm really, really excited about that opportunity. And I just felt like the fit there in Detroit was natural when I got there in December and I met the people there. And I felt that it was the right place for me, and that's why I'm so excited about leaving there in a couple of months.
Mathieu, 18 sacks, the most ever by a Canadian player in the CFL, top defensive player. What went right for you last year? Just everything that could go right went right for you.
Yeah, other than being short of a couple of games to win that Grey Cup, I think a lot of things went right. But no, I think we just had a solid group on the D line in BC. The way I put it through most of the time, it started back in 2022 for me when I got to BC for training camp in Kamloops. It was a new D line. They moved a lot of pieces, brought in new people together, and that same core of guys stuck in there for 2022 and 2023. So for me, 2023 was the continuity of a lot of things that I've been doing right in the past couple of years with strength and conditioning, nutrition, and all that stuff to get my body right. Working here in the off season with my strength and conditioning coach Gordo, and yeah, like I told you, working with RP, working with Bowman, having the same guys there on the D line for 2 seasons. So Banks, Woody, Menard, Sione, Tebow. I mean, all those guys just with the continuity of playing 2 seasons together. When we got there in 2023, we just felt natural. We felt like we meshed well together, so it was easy for everybody to just play along with each other and know. So that I think that was the biggest part for my individual success was having quality people around me and yeah, just confident to go in with the scheme, knowing the limits of the schemes and what I could do inside of it. And yeah, I think that's what happened last year for me to have as much success for me and collectively also on the D line.
Matthew, your CFL free agency was, I think, a day away, and then you announced Detroit Lions. You had BC, Hamilton, other teams. Everybody was after you. How tough was it to say no to those offers? Because you had a ton of interest.
Yeah, to be quite honest, it was really difficult, especially to leave BC. I was very transparent since the start of that process that I, my focus was mainly on going to I'm coming back to BC, but I explored different options just because I ran out of contract. And no, when we did the pros and cons of the different offers I received and talking to different members of different teams, uh, no, me, my agent, my family, my wife, my close friends, we felt like the time was right for me to accept that NFL opportunity. And I probably would not have went with I mean with any team. I felt like the chemistry was right with Detroit, and I felt like they had a plan for me, and I felt like going forward that was going to be a place where I could have success and to be able to help the team win. And also, it's a winning team, or also well, they were last year, and I feel like they have the right pieces to make a run in the playoffs, and I want to be part of that. So that was the main focus on my decision, and so yeah, that's where I decided to go. And yeah, I was obviously a little sad to leave BC, to leave the CFL because I had such a great time. The utmost respect for the players in this league with the sacrifices that they make to stay away from their family just to pursue their dream to play football. And no, I had so much fun in BC. I feel like BC is home for me now. So and it always will be. So I'm excited, but I'll be paying a close look for what's going on in the CFL. I've been a CFL fan my whole life, and it won't stop today.
You're listed at 6'3", 250, Matthew. And whenever you hear CFL players going down to the National Football League, they talk about bulking up a bit. What are your off-season plans? What adjustments do you feel you have to make to suit the NFL game?
Yeah, a lot of people talk about weight and height, and I mean, I hear it all. I mean, a lot of people think that I'm 6 foot, 200 pounds when they hear about that. So that's funny to me. But honestly, that was also part of the of my process through it is that anything that I had success with in the past couple of years, I just want to do that again. So my main focus right now is to keep doing what I do well and to keep going in that direction. I don't want to change the DNA of who I am as a football player, my weight. Obviously, I don't think I'll grow a couple of inches for next season, but no, I just want to do what I did well in the past couple of years and just take that game and try to refine it even more and just become a better player. But I don't want to change what I do because that's what got me here. And I think that when I was in Chicago, not that I have any regrets, but you know, I fell in that trap. If you're willing to try to bulk up, I was
Hmm.
heavier and I tried to be bigger because I was in the NFL. But I think that it kind of lost the nature of what makes me a good player, which is being explosive, being fast, being able to read the offensive keys as fast as possible to be able to have that split second quicker to the ball. So that's really what I want to focus on. I want to be able to be sound in the run game, help in the underneath, pass coverage, and obviously being able to rush the passer when the situation is gives me the leeway to do it. So that's really what I want to focus on. And like I've been saying, I want to be able to help Detroit win as many football games as possible.
Take it easy on Nathan Rourke down there, Matthew. All right.
Can't promise anything. I already told Nate that.
Okay. Hey, Matthew, we can't say enough. I don't know if you heard us talk before the interview, but just so enjoyable watching you play. You stand out like a sore thumb, and I mean that in a good way. And best of luck with Detroit, Matthew. Thanks so much.
Well, thank you for having me, guys. Have a great day.
You bet.